Yo, JD here, Tyrolinus, and as you can see here today, we are going to be playing F1 2016 as usual, and something slightly different here today. And you may be noticing, well, you will notice this is a live comm as well, and that's because I'm actually going to be using my wheel for the very first time. This was done, what day is it today? It is the 28th today. So when you're watching this, is maybe a few days later, but this is going to be my very, very first go on the wheel. And we're going to go straight into time trial. And what track shall we do? This should be pretty funny. Let's do, you know what, let's do Silverstone. Mercedes, of course. Preferences. Midday, dry. Has to be dry. This one. And if you don't believe me, I've got a wheel. There you go. You can hear the paddles. So, you know, hopefully you know I'm telling the truth, but I think the gameplay itself will be telling you most likely that you can tell I'll be on a wheel. So, I'm really excited for this. I have no idea what to expect because I'm pretty much a virgin on playing racing games with wheels. As you all know, well, quite a few of you guys know, I did karting, competitive karting for over 10 years. But from what people have told me, it's nothing like playing this in real life or on the game. So let's get into it and let's see how we do in this. Right, here we go. So I'm pretty nervous of this. Don't really have anything idea what to expect. Okay, this feels weird. Brakes, please. Okay. Yep, and you can probably hear my force feedback going crazy. It's pretty strong. Try and get back on the track. And I've already been told by this because some people I know have actually got this wheel. You're going to have to do a mod on the brake because it's got a rubber block in it or something, which makes it impossible to go 100%. So that's something I'm going to need to take out at the moment. And yeah, we just corner cutted on our first corner as well, so that's just typical. Oh my god, it is. Yeah, I'm being pushed back in my seat. So I think I may have to change the settings, but let's do one lap at least. Can we actually turn it? Press the Y button, DRS. And I'll try and talk how I actually feel this is going. And we're running an assist as usual, by the way. I saved it quite nicely there. So the turn-ins, it feels like you can save or catch the car quite nicely. I can really, really feel it. 100% force feedback. And yep, we've just gone out wide. So business as usual so far. I'm going to set up on this, by the way. Okay. Right, I think we may need to change some settings in this. Right, so let's see what settings we're going to be changing here. Advanced settings, all on 0, and it's quite cool you can do this actually. So 0, and it's the braking that I'm really, really struggling with. And my friend who's got this wheel said, for the start, put it on as high as possible for the brake saturation because it'll make it a lot more easier until I actually modify my brakes, which is something I'm going to be doing this weekend. Okay, so let's try that again. And I'm not bullshitting you, this is my first time I'm using this, so don't really expect too much from what you see this, but I'll try and get better in the laps. We'll probably try and do 4 or 5 laps, and I'll try and give you my thoughts on it. So far it feels really, really, just feel every inch of the track, which I really do like. May put on a step in a minute because it's the full step. Okay, the brakes are definitely better. So I'm quite liking the throttle actually. It's better than expected so far. Definitely much better. And as I said, no setup here. Okay, kind of got that into corner. I'm just trying to really just visualize how I am on the triggers on the controller and try and transfer it onto my feet, which is a lot easier said than done, I can tell you that. Okay, whoa, force feedback there. Feels really nice through here, but I don't think this setup is helping too much, but we'll do one more lap after this just to see. Hopefully you can hear me actually clicking the paddles, just so you this is not a fake video. Actually doing better than I thought I'd be doing at the moment, because I know most people, they say when they get a wheel they're about literally 6 seconds off or something, out of 5 to 6 seconds. I'm 2.9 seconds no setup, so that's not understeer through here. Let's see if we can get a better break. Better. Turning too early there, going a bit deep. Save it. Oh god. So yeah, I feel like I can actually catch the slide. It's not a bad corner. Yeah, I feel like I can catch the slides actually better than I can do on the controller, because in this game it feels like when you're losing the car, or when I'm on the controller, the pad at least, it feels like once you've lost it, that's it. You really can't catch it. But this is a lot of fun at the moment. I love that corner. It's a nice sequence of corners there. Save it. Ah. No, that feels really intense through there. And let me know how you think I'm actually doing for the first time on the wheel as well. Please, any advice would be pretty appreciated, but as you can tell, I can't really play and talk. And yeah, we just blown up there. I'm going to go back in now to the garage and actually put on the setup, or my setup that I actually use in the time trial. So 3 seconds off, I think I'm 2.9 seconds off, and that was my second lap I've ever done on there, and I'm actually pretty happy of that. I actually feel quite in control of the car, despite me actually going off like a couple of times, but I actually feel connected to the car is the word I would say. But let's go for a step now, and this one is going to be my best one, 8.7, and let's see what we can do on this. And right now it just feels like on the controller you do have vibration, but it's just nothing compared to force feedback, so you can't really feel the car that much at all. So we've got different brakes on now here now. I noticed most of the wheel guys actually use them a lot less brakes than what I use, so maybe I might have to change my set, but once I do get used to it, but you can see the turn-in is a lot better. Okay, flat out, so that's just what I do on the controller, go flat out into here, pick it up quite quickly. Throttle pedal is not that sensitive, it's really easy to push down, but the brake pedal is still extremely hard, so apparently if you take away this block, then it is a hell of a lot easier. So if we can get used to this, then we should be on our way to actually being good at this, hopefully. Let's go for this corner, see, we should have a lot more turn in here. So yeah, but quite easy through there, a little lift. I think I did that on the controller, but I love this section if I could get this right. Probably corner cut, yeah. But not bad. 1.5 down. Actually pretty surprised at that. Didn't expect that. So see this corner. I find this corner really difficult. It's a lot easier to short shifts, I feel, because it's always moving around with yourself. 131.3. It's not too bad. Let's try and do a better lap here. And I think Arav and Matty G, if they can definitely vouch for me, because when I went to Silverstone this year and used a wheel, I was absolutely terrible. So they know how bad I was for the amount of time I played. So that's okay. I feel like this corner is probably my best. Just need to get used to the throttle, just to how much I can actually push it down, because it takes a while for it to feed in. I'm not really worried about corner cuts at the moment. Let's get used to it. So this corner, oh god, that was a big corner cut. At the moment it's feeling really, really nice. Just super connected, and it's 100% force feedback. Ah, no! I love that corner. Let's try and brush off our tyres. So, yep. See if we can get a good lap. If we could get in the 30s, then that would be absolutely incredible if we could do that. If we could ever do that. I'll get it maybe a couple more laps. Nice corner cut. Yeah, but speaking with people, apparently it takes them a good month to actually get used to this. So if we can get used to it quite quickly, because I'm planning, if I can get used to this, maybe next season AOR I'll actually use a wheel. But yeah, the setup at the moment I'm using, it's just, God, I cannot speak and drive. But yeah, at the moment I'm using like a wheelie chair, so I'm actually being pushed back in my seat at the moment. So the setup is really not optimal at the moment. So I have to change my chair and the brakes, and I think that would help a massive amount. But I feel like the turning and the throttle application is definitely surprised a little bit. Oh, that was nice. .2 off. Okay. So we're getting better. I don't know what our best time is. Is it, what is it, a 30, 31? .31.0. Didn't actually lose that much time in the last sector compared to our best. So if we could do a 30, if I could do a 30, then I can do a 30, then I am going to be ecstatic if I can do that. Four attempts down. Right. Okay. Try and concentrate now. Should have taken more speed there. Way more. Ooh. 9 tenths within a second. Okay, come on. Yes, 30.4. Wow. I was not expecting that. 30.4. 1.3, only 1.3 seconds off. So if we look at our thing here, and that was the only cleanup I did as well. Wow. So that is our first experience on this game with the wheel. You can hear me clicking as well. So for me, that feels, the wheel is something I've always kind of shied away from, because even though I've done kart racing, but it's just because I've always been just so comfortable playing the controller, and I don't feel I can at times go much faster than it. I've just always been in like a safety net zone. But to be honest, now the reason why I actually got this is not really because people have been wanting me to get it. It's because I've just been kind of just bored of driving with the controller, and seeing other wheel users play this game just looks a lot of fun to me, and that's the reason why I got it. And right now I'm really super surprised at that pace at the moment, because I think if we could play this for a month, then that corner I really like, then I feel we can really actually seriously get maybe up to par with the pace I can get in controller. If I could do that, then I feel that would be like, let's try and keep this. If we could do that, then I feel that would be absolutely insane. So that is just literally my raw first time ever playing a wheel, and my thoughts is that it's just a lot of fun. You feel super connected to what you're actually doing, and it's very difficult. It's really difficult. I'm finding the braking really difficult, but that's probably because of the rubber block I've got in my wheel at the moment, where literally you have to put like a ton's worth of pressure to actually get it to 100%. But other than that, the steering feels really good. I feel like you can be mega consistent once you get used to it, mega consistent. And on the throttle, just need to know how much I can actually push through the corners, but obviously that's going to come with time. So that is my first ever experience, and to be honest, that went like a lot better than I was expecting it to be. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you've got any tips for me or anything, then please put it down below, or any questions with the wheel once I do get better at it, and if I was ever on the pace I could do on the controller, then that'd be great, be able to drive both of them. That'd be quite useful actually. I could maybe do power by wheel videos, but yeah, that was my experience. I just wanted to share it with you guys. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Not too many outtakes as I thought there'd be, but that is just the raw footage of it. So let me know what you think, and I will catch you next time. Cheers.